Thinking of living or moving to Panama, and you think it's cheap?
Yeah.
You do? Well, it is. It's affordable. It is affordable.
Okay.
But it's not if you have to end up overpaying in rent. And today we have 5 hacks that's going to help you save thousands. You ready, Dub?
Yeah.
All right. I'm Cass.
I'm Doug.
And you are the Butler Brigade. Thank y'all so much for being here. Starting at number 5. Number 5, negotiate like a local. You're a local now. So the one
True.
thing that you don't want to do is overspend. And what we will say is that with your realtor, you want to make sure that you have a plan. So landlords expect negotiation. They expect it. Think it's going to be a little wiggling there. And that's okay. If you've already had a conversation with your realtor, your real estate advisor, you want to go in that conversation already having what's the maximum that we're going to be willing to spend? And obviously, what's the deal to us? Basically, if they come back at this number, sign us up. We did that with Omar. We told him our drop dead bottom line figure. And we said, if you find something that we're looking for, we want to see it. Also, be ready and willing to compromise. By that, have another plan. Everything is not so black and white that it's a 12-month lease, $1,500 a month. There might be some negotiation, especially a place that maybe y'all have fallen in love with. So are you willing to put down more money up front? In Panama, typically it's a deposit and your first month's rent. That is what is typical in most places. That is normal. If you're willing to possibly pay 3-4 months rent up front in order to have a reduced monthly rent, that might be something that you're willing to compromise on. We had that conversation at one point. We wanted to put down, I think it was going to be $4,500. And was that what it was? In order for us to come down a lower level of our expectation of a rent that you have. Now, keep in mind, that negotiation, you're probably not getting ready to hear that a owner is expecting $3,000 a month and you think you're going to get them to negotiate the $500 a month. There has to be...
Yeah, I want to meet.
There has to be a level of expectancy there, you guys. I mean, they're not giving real estate away for free. As Omar Ramsey who is our property advisor, has advised in his interview that we did with him, an expectation of probably most owners are willing to come down $200-$300, possibly. That's something that your real estate advisor will do for you on your behalf. And they will also let you know if the market is demanding that, if the building is demanding that, if the number that you're saying is just ridiculous. No one's going to give you that number.
Man, they ain't giving you that.
They ain't going to be able to do it. So they're going to let you know. Don't feel that just because that an owner is unwilling to move or come down, then, keep moving. If that number is that important to you, stay in your budget, but negotiate like a local. That's tip number 5. Number 4. Avoid the Expat Premium. You started off saying that you know what that is. So that's looking for listings in English or on expat Facebook groups are often inflated. Yes, did y'all know that? So if you go on Facebook, a lot of Facebook has Marketplace, and you are able to find real estate on there. Keep in mind, those are typically geared toward the North American economy. So they're going to be a little inflated. If you want to actually find a really good deal, inside tip, look for listings that are in Spanish. Use what? Google Translate, and you will then be able to get that translated and see what it is. Typically, if it's written in Spanish, the owner is marketing to the local Panamanian or someone who is of Spanish descent. And that's why you're going to see a lot less rent if it's written in Spanish. Look at Spanish language sites such as Encuentra 24. That's one of your favorite ones, Cedric.
I just can't say it.
Obviously, ask locals for leads. Hey, when you're meeting people in Panama, those are going to be your insiders. Ask them, where do you stay? You know of any good real estate that's around here? You need to be able to talk, especially if you are able to communicate with someone who also speaks English, or if you happen to be fluent in Spanish, use those as leads. Those are really good leads to find out where property is at. Always, always, always have your real estate advisor vet any property. I don't care if it's on Marketplace. I don't care if it's on Encuentra. Do not just go into a one-on-one contract with someone and eliminate your real estate advisor. They're working on your behalf. Utilize their expertise and don't get scammed by anyone, okay? Hack number, where are we at? Number three. Number three.
Dress.
Look beyond the hot spots. What's the hot spots? What do you think, baby? Where does everybody always like to live in Panama?
Oh, in the Avenue Balboa.
There you go.
You know, the
Costco Viejo.
the jumping spots, yeah.
They always want those. Costa del Este, nothing wrong with those. Beautiful locations if that's where you would like to go live. But if you look beyond the hot spots, we just gave you some, and even Punta Pacifica, you're going to find that those are marketed to a more North American economic means. So they're going to be a little bit more pricey, okay? Explore neighborhoods such as El Cangrejo. We love that one.
Sure do.
San Francisco. Personally love that one. Or even areas that are just outside the city, but they're going to probably have better deals. Now, if you're going to go outside the city, we're going to continue to always advocate and let you know transportation and medical care are going to need to be a priority for you. They're just going to. If you happen to have pre-existing medical conditions, we don't necessarily recommend living too far out of the main city if you need to go back and forth to hospital and you need immediate medical care. And if you plan on not having a vehicle, you need to consider that although you might be saving money in the place that you choose to stay, you might have a higher means in transportation now because you might have higher fees for the ride shares. You're not going to be getting $3 and $4 ride shares if you stay 40 minutes outside the city. Take that into the cost. So now it's like, okay, you might have saved on rent, but if your transportation bill is that much higher, did you really save? But some of those areas, because people who are not in Panama are always asking, well, y'all be dropping these gems as far as what are those areas, but what are they? One is called Las Cumbres, Cumbres. It is just north of Panama City. Why is that one such a good gem? Well, I'm going to tell you. It is called an administrative neighborhood. An administrative neighborhood is one that considers that basically they have all your nuts and bolts that you need, all the necessities in life that you need. That's why they call it that. Historically somewhat suburban, semi-rural, more space, more greenery, somewhat cooler elevation. Why you should consider it, I have some notes. That's why I keep dropping down and getting it. It's outside the dense downtown core. You'll likely find more affordable rents. What do they mean by affordable?
Cheaper.
$400 to $500 a month rent for houses. There you go. Well, everybody's like, well, what's affordable to you?
No, man, cheaper. That's more affordable.
It's good if you don't mind a little commute or you need a little bit more space for your money. Consider that the fact that most of these are houses, so they're 3 and 4 bedrooms with yards and carports. That's what you're going to gain. Depending on your location, Las Cumbres commute to the heart of Panama City might be a little longer during the peak city times. We've had that conversation before. Those could be 2 and 3 hours if it's peak. Public transport might be less frequent compared to the central zones. One listing currently right now online is that you can get a 3-bedroom, 3-bath for $400 a month. So that's just one of the things that I saw that was available. So just know that that's an area. You also have the Chame District. We've heard that one. We've talked about that one. It includes beach towns such as Coronado and Nueva Gorgona. We have a lot of people in our group from there. West of Panama City, along the Pacific coast. So you have your beachfront. Chame houses right now to get from there. Sorry about that. One travel transport site. So that is Rio. Rome to Rio. You ever heard of them?
No.
Well, they're a transport that could get you from Chame to the city. It shows that it's going to take about 1 hour and 7 minutes. None peak time to get from Panama City. No traffic.
No traffic.
There you go. It is considered a beach town. A semi-resort environment can still be cheaper, but for those of you that love that water, and we get people in our comments all the time that talk about, I want the water. That is a very good option. A lot of people who originally first get to Panama, they go to Coronado, Nueva Gorgona, and, I guess it just depends on what all you like to do for extracurricular and fun. We've had that conversation.
To
each his own. Commute time, you need to consider that, as I just said, on getting back and forth to the city. It is some infrastructure. They do have paved streets, medical, shopping, those type of things. And currently an apartment, 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Nueva Gorgona is listing at $1,100 a month. The irony is that with looking around, you can truly find that kind of rent in Panama City. But I understand that's people that want the beach, they want the waterfront, so they're willing to pay that because they want the beach of that area. Another area that you might want to consider is El Valle de Antón, also called the Highlands or the Volcano Crater Valley. It is a bit further, but it is worth mentioning.
A bit further?
Yeah.
It's a way further,
that is
man.
a
You
bit
said the
further.
volcanoes.
It is considered up in the mountains.
Yeah.
You are going to get the nature, still within reach of services, but it's going to be a much longer commute. Potential for lower rents. Houses are typically $300 and $400 a month. Commute to Panama City could be not good for anyone that need to go back and forth for any reason. Definitely, if you're coming to the city, it's going to be time. You're going to like be booking. I'm going to the city.
Everything's time, man. What kind of, we talking about like 8 hours?
You're going to be booking for some time. You're going like, it's going to be known I'm coming in. It's not that far on that one, but it is about 4 hours. So you are going to want to know that. But however, they have that right now. 2 bedrooms are looking at about, like I said, $400 to $500 a month in that area. So then here we go. Tip number 2.
Dos.
Consider furnished versus unfurnished. When we were looking at places, do you recall if furnished was higher or unfurnished was higher?
Furnished is higher.
Furnished is higher.
That's
and
right.
based on our standard of furniture,
We different.
were the places ready to go, in your opinion?
Well, no, because you're going to have to add something.
You're going to have to add something. So most North America, I hate saying Americans because Panama, they're all Americas. Most U.S. Americans are level of furniture. First off, we're normally bigger in mass. We're bigger in height. We're bigger in mass.
I'm working on it.
We'll
Trying to lose
around.
weight.
You're going to find that compromise over how nice furniture feels. So if you're okay with smaller furniture, more budget-friendly furniture, then you need to have that expectation of when you ask for furnished. And even furnished is not necessarily every single thing. And sometimes the appliances are not included. Sometimes AC is not included. It's basic furniture needs, okay? So that's what they need. But you're going to pay more for that. So if you're okay, go ahead, babe.
But folks are expecting that.
I don't know if they are. I think some people think, oh, I saved because I didn't have to go spend $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 to go get furniture. I'm okay with paying a little bit more, not realizing in monthly rent, you're still going to need to go add things into that furnished apartment. Or condo, whatever word you would like to use. It's
Condo,
still not ready to go.
It ain't an apartment.
It's not ready to go. You're not getting ready to go in and move in that day and go lay your head on the pillow. Obviously, Airbnbs are not what we're talking about.
You can lay your head on a pillow on something, but you want your own pillow because you don't know who had that pillow last.
That's true.
That's what you
true.
mean.
That's true. Now, I'm not talking Airbnb. When we say furnished, we're not talking Airbnb. We're meaning there are some condos that actually list themselves as furnished, and they're providing you with the basic setup.
Couch, some TV.
There you go, the basic setup. Those are going to be higher.
Yeah.
If you are okay with adding on the expense of going to purchase your own items and or you're shipping your own items, why pay more for something to be furnished if you can go find something that's not? Note to self, if you find a furnished apartment, I keep wanting to say that, condo, and you want them to remove the items, there might be a fee with that too.
Sure could. They might charge you like $100 extra a month.
It's almost recommended if you don't plan on using the furniture in a furnished condo, that you need to realize that if you ask that owner to replace those things or get rid of those things, or can you put those things, they're probably going to charge you more. So you still didn't save anything. You need to be looking for an unfurnished condo.
Okay.
It is to their expense to also have to pack that stuff up and put it somewhere. They have to put it somewhere as well. So you need to know that. But furnished apartments can add hundreds per month. Buy or rent basic furniture instead, especially if you plan on staying for a long term. Go into it slowly. As Cedric and I said when we were purchasing our items, proceed as a turtle. Go slow. Don't feel like you have to go to the first store, wherever that store may happen to be in Panama, and you purchase everything for your whole condo.
Well, first of all, when you got your first place back in the day, and some of us, we got to remember way back in the day, you didn't furnish all of it at one time.
Not at one time.
You did one room at a time.
Take your time. Panama in groceries, Panama, and shopping for other things. It's going to be one of those areas that you're going to have to go to numerous stores to locate everything that you need. There is no one-stop shop. There just isn't. And that's okay. That allows you to go and find different deals and go and explore. But I'm just saying, don't get so excited when you go into your first store and you're like, well, this got everything. It got the sheets, the towel, the bed, the linen, the ceiling fan. And then when you start exploring more, you're going to find that
better deals.
Better deals.
Mm-hmm. Better deals.
Better deals. So take your time. Number one hack. Number one. Know the timing and the seasons. What season is it right now in Panama, Doug?
It's the rainy season.
It's the rainy season. If you had to guess, is real estate more inflated during the rainy season or less inflated?
Less.
It's less inflated. So for those of you that have the luxury or time, there used to be this thing called the snowbirds, which I shouldn't say there used to be. It's still there, but there was an influx of Canadians and Europeans that would come to Panama during their winter. And they would come to Panama because Panama basically stays the same consistent, beautiful weather.
Yes.
And then it became, Panama now has become more of a location aspect for those of us that happen to be from North America, USA, North America.
Destination.
And because of that, the weather, except for those that are up by Canada, way up there, the New Yorkers, the Maine, and all of those. But I'm talking about those of us that are from that, what do you call it, baby, from the Mississippi Delta down?
The Gulf Coast.
Panama weather didn't really change anything for us. No. We're moving to Panama for other reasons that have nothing to do with escaping weather. But there used to be an astronomical savings because of the snowbird effect, that if you came to Panama during what was the rainy season, it was less, it was more affordable than the normal times. It's somewhat evening out, and this is not our guess. This is from real estate people that are there in Panama that, it doesn't drop that astronomical no more, but it will.
What she's trying to say is a supply and demand issue.
Yeah.
The snowbirds may or may not be doing anything, but folks from America,
we're coming. Thank you for that.
They coming full time all the time.
And because we're coming to relocate, we're not affecting that it is a whole lot of emptiness during the rainy season
there ain't
anymore.
No season anymore.
Now, what may assist you with that is that there are so many buildings being built. And like anything, everybody likes the shiny and the brightest and the new.
Do.
And so you will find that if you're okay with an older building, one that is, not astronomically old, but just a little old, because most people like to migrate to all the new pretty plush, that if you can find something, and you will be able to find something in a little older building, that might definitely manipulate the cost that you might be seeing that you may be paying, because there's new buildings around the street from you. And you're going to see that. There is new construction going on in Panama all the time.
In layman's terms, you're going to pay more for the new car than the used old car.
You're going to pay more. And you can expect that if you've been eyeing a property, and let's just say within a block, there's a new condo tower going up, you can rest assured that that building you're in, they're going to want to negotiate when it's time to their rent to come back around, because they're going to want to keep you. Yeah. Because otherwise you're going to want to go to the new. A brand new building is going to have a hard time. A older building is going to have a hard time charging the same thing a brand new building where no one's lived in there is charging.
Facts.
They're just going to have a hard time. So you want to look for rentals in the rainy season or when the demand is lower, or the tip that I just gave you, look for one that is coming around a new construction, because that older building is going to have better properties. So you also, bonus tip, just gave you those 5, clarify whether water, gas, electricity, and maintenance fees are included. Those hidden costs can add up fast. You'd be amazed at how many people, they signed the lease, they did all this negotiation, and then they come to find out that they have to go pay for more things than what they were expecting to have to pay. We've been seeing it in our WhatsApp group, to which I'm going to segue with, hey, do y'all have to pay your maintenance fees? A tenant should not be paying the maintenance fees. But if you didn't get that included in your rent, or if it was included that you have to pay the maintenance fees, then you have to pay the maintenance fees because you didn't realize that wasn't something you had to do.
So don't be so excited to sign a lease. Get a real estate professional.
Yes.
Go through the ends and bolts and make sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed.
As always, that's what your real estate professional is there for. So living in Panama doesn't have to drain your wallet. And the more you save, the more money you have to do the things that you enjoy.
That's right.
If you live below your budget, whatever
do.
that budget is that you wanted to spend in Panama, that allows you to have more drinky drinks and tinky tinks and toys and travel and
chickaroonies.
whatever it is that you want to do. If you found these rent hacks helpful,
Okay.
those 5, and you don't want to watch or wander off to where you're going to be like exactly that you don't know where you're going to be staying at. Exactly, dog. Hit the like button and turn on your Butler notification bell. Where's that bell at, dog?
Oh, for YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Where's that bell at?
Well, the bell is right there at the, I don't know how you looking at the screen.
I know, it's down there somewhere.
But it's near the thumbs up and thumbs down. It's near there.
Clicking that bell, what does it do for you? It allows you to never miss a video drop. You don't have to sit there and wonder, are them Butlers dropping a video today? You're going to get a notification. It's going to be in your For You or whatever area that is on your YouTube. That's where it's going to drop at. And if you were ready to go deeper and join our YouTube community for behind the scenes videos, relocation tips, and to know the truth about Panama life, that you won't find on Google, you can always also become a member of our channel. They get a little bit more behind the scenes. So for Panama renters, those that are in Panama, help the people out that are watching. Let's help each other out. Drop your GM. Where is it that you are staying that you found that it was able to have a little bit better negotiation on the rent, that you were able to get a deal? You don't have to tell us how far you were able to get the rent lower, but it's always good for people to hear either a particular neighborhood or a particular condo or building that you found was very helpful in the fact of lowering the expectation of what you thought rent was going to be. So I know for us, that happened to be San Francisco. We ended up saving $300 a month off of the asking price of our rent to what we ended up paying. So you need to know it is possible. That was negotiated on our behalf from our real estate advisor, Omar Ramsey. We had our maximum that we wanted to spend. We told him that to begin with. And obviously everybody, do you really have a lowest? I mean, do you have a lowest?
No, look, I ain't never heard nobody go, no, man,
too cheap.
That ain't too low. I ain't gonna be able to get that, man.
That's too low.
That's way too low.
I mean, as low as the person can go, willing to negotiate.
Yeah.
But definitely, I had started to share this at that tip number 5. Also, just be willing to come up with another plan. If there's a number that you're wanting, if you're like, I want to be 1,300 and the property is asking for 1,500, maybe you're willing to then go ahead and say, can I pay $4,500 right now? That's going to eliminate, what's that, 3 months, 4 months rent. And then will you now bring the rent to 1,300? Have another plan, especially if it's a place you've fallen in love with. If it's a place you don't like, why are you negotiating?
And here's another one that we didn't mention.
What's that,
I'm going to drop another gem. Don't be afraid to walk away.
Oh my.
There's another apartment. Oh, I'm sorry, another condo.
I know, I did the same thing.
Because I was listening to you.
I know.
There's another condo out there for you. If you can't get what you want to pay in the one you're looking at, go to another.
Don't feel so stagnant. Don't feel like if we don't get something today, we won't get anything. Don't make haste moves. I mean, there's just so many things I can keep giving you. If you all are not moving that day, that particularly that, and even if you were, go to an Airbnb, go to a hotel. I'm not going to make a haste decision.
Yeah.
Just calm down. Wait till you can find something that you really like. There's too much real estate in Panama City to have to make a decision right then and there. It's just too much. And if savings is that big to you and you have transportation provided, don't be afraid to explore a little bit further out. Not necessarily 3 hours away, but there are other areas that are within 15 to 20 miles of Panama City that many people don't venture to because they don't have access to a vehicle.
But you know how far out you want to live at and stuff. So that's all going to be determined on you.
Always on you.
Yeah.
So until next time, drop those comments though. Let us know what's the gym or the place to stay. That's the question for today. Until next time, like, share, follow, comment.
Ooh, she got me. Subscribe.
With that, we're out.
Deuces.